Hi guys, we started today's class by identifying each type of line that was shown right here on the screen. Um, we're still writing equations from graphs, but what I did want you to do with these lines right here is just go back and reference your notes, right? Remember slope guy, the positive, negative, zero, undefined, okay? If you are not able to automatically look at the line and see what it is by looking, then I do want you to use your notes, right, as a resource for you to go back and check, okay? So those are a good tool for us to use. If we look at our A line, this one would be pointing to the plus sign. So this is my positive line. The B line is the flat horizontal. It looks like the x-axis, right? This one is the zero type of line, right? The zero slope. The C line is opposite, right, of our B. Excuse me. This is the vertical. It looks like the y-axis, right? But this is the one that we call undefined, okay? And we move to our last one, the D line. Look at that one. That one would be pointing to that negative sign that we draw on the graph, right? So this one is the negative line or the negative slope. Okay, in class we worked on some examples together and students were able to tell me how to finish the problem based off of our checklist that we were given the class before this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click Jamboard to open up our examples so I can talk you through the steps on how to write an equation, okay? So what we did first, students were telling me to label the minus and the plus sign. Good, so that way we knew it's pointing to the plus sign, so that means that it's positive, right? Okay, then they told me to find my B. So I went to go find the B on the y-axis, right? My y-intercept, so B is equal to positive 3. Okay, then my next step was to find another good point, right? I like to find the one on the right-hand side, but it doesn't have to be, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and do 1, 5 because it's right on the grid lines. It's on my line, so it is a good point for us to use. Okay, positive line means that I rise up, run 1, then I get to go back and do my arches, count my arches. 1, 2, so I did rise 2, run 1, so my M is equal to 2 over 1. That can be simplified to be 2. So if we go and write our equation, we should get y equals, instead of the letter M, I'm going to put the number 2, x plus 3. And I'm going to go ahead and circle my slope, put a box around my intercept. Okay, since we're still writing equations from a graph, we still need to be following the same steps, right? The same process in order to write an equation. So I have a line on my graph, right? I like to start by the minus and the plus sign. It's pointing to the negative, so that means that my line is negative, which also tells me that my slope is negative, right? Okay, so keep that information at the back of your mind, right? I'm going to go find my B. I found my B. I know that my B is at the negative 2. Because we have multiple choice, we can use process of elimination to help us narrow our answer choices down, right? So if I know B is negative 2, if I go take a look at my answer choices, I cannot be saying plus 2, right? Because that B was negative. So it cannot be the first choice or the last choice because of that plus 2. okay? Remember how we said our line was negative? Because my line is negative, if I look at my answer choices, right, I have the negative 3 over 4, and then I have just regular 3 over 4. So that means my rise would be 3, my run would be 4 for both of those, right? But because this one is negative, my slope, because my line is negative, that means that I should be picking my second answer choice, okay? And just so we can go improve it, right, I'm going to pick another good point on my graph. So I like that point. Negative line tells me that I need to go down first for my rise, to the right for my run. Then we can go back and go do our arches. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So yeah, if we did 3 over 4, that would be our M, but because my line is negative, it needs to be a negative 3 over 4. Okay, so the rest of our class time was spent on finishing the Jamboard assignment from 9-9, right? Or let me see. Yeah, guys, it was the one from 9-9, or if you had class yesterday, it's the assignment from 9-10. Okay, so it's the one that is writing equations from graphs, day 2. There were 5 slides that you had to finish, right? We did 3 examples together. There were 5 slides that you had to finish. Okay, we were able to work on that during class today. And then we were also reassigned this Kant assignment. The title is Slope Intercept from Graph. Okay, the way we get there, remember, is by logging into Launchpad, clicking Khan in your apps section, and then finding assignments on the left-hand side, okay? Okay, so just to be clear with what we should be finishing or working on under classwork, if you are an A day, right? If you're an A day, you should be finishing your assignment from 9-9. Okay, it's under week 4, 9-9. There's my Jamboard. Okay, if you are a B day, right? If you're a B day, you're in 2nd or 6th period, you are finishing assignment from week 4, but yours is dated 9-10. Okay, that is the one that we should be working on and finishing.